Hi, I'm Ebon.
And I'm William.
And welcome to another episode of the Thick and Thin Podcast.
And welcome to another episode.
Hello.
We're back on a Sunday. Of course, this is our recording day because I play video games all day on Saturdays. So here we are. What was I going to say? I had something. Oh, yeah. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe thing and sharing and liking and all that stuff. And if you have any topics or questions you want to ask us, email us thickthinpod@gmail.com. Or, of course, you can DM us on either of our social media accounts. I don't know why I said social media, like we use anything except Instagram. I am at Willie_D20.
And I'm Eb_Nick.
Yeah. So what are we supposed to talk about?
We had a few things. I don't know, it's been a weird week for topics, but I don't know, where do you want to start? You got some meaty subjects on here.
Yeah. So the Trump administration, and I guess that is something we try to avoid on here. We try to do our best, but this is kind of relationship related, because they said, and of course I saw this like on a World Star headline or whatever, but it was that they were going to offer $5,000 for people to have babies in the midst of apparently a
Birth rate decline.
Birth rate crisis? Is it a crisis? We're here to investigate. I don't know, man. I don't know. $5,000 is not enough money.
No, definitely isn't. And well, I mean, I remember seeing a post like this, and I meant to investigate further and didn't. Do you remember if it was like, what is it, like $5,000 a month, a quarter, a year, once?
I did not read it further into the headline itself.
Okay.
Because that's the kind of investigator that I am.
Because, yeah, $5,000 once is definitely not enough. I mean, a month is better,
Dude,
but still not enough.
$5,000 a month?
That's
$60,000 a year?
Do you know how expensive kids are?
I don't know, but that's more than I make a year.
I'm guaranteed a kid will eat up all or most of that too.
I know, but people have kids on my salary and less.
Yeah, and that's why they're stressed the hell out.
Yeah, that's true. And $5,000, and that dude, that's, oh my god, that's who it's targeting too. It's the people that already have kids, and they're like, oh, this'll like give me like a little like cushion. And I just have to pop. I already have clothes and like a crib and like all that extra shit. I'm like, this isn't for like first timers. This is for people that are, well, I don't know if that's who they're targeting, but that's who it's going to land on.
I mean, unless you have 4 or more, and I'm putting that number out arbitrarily, I feel like past 4, what's one more? But I feel like in any other situation...
That is a great rhyme, and that is exactly what they should use in their fucking
But anything less than
marketing.
that, I'm like, one more person is way more than $5,000 worth of stress.
I'm still stuck on if you have 4, what's one more?
I didn't mean to rhyme it.
It's so good.
Because, I mean, if you have, say,
that
4...
That really does sound like propaganda, like 1984
really
propaganda.
Does. If you have 4, what's one more?
Exactly, yeah. We need fucking workers for our machine gun, our steel factories.
I mean, we're probably going that way. But that, to me, that's not enough. At all, even if you have kids, unless you have a lot of kids that can help you, like you say, if you saved all your stuff, and you can probably use them older kids to help with the young. That's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Few solid bitches left, but it's not enough.
Oh my gosh, $5,000. I don't know that that's enough for me to babysit an infant for a week.
For a week, you wouldn't babysit an infant for $5,000?
I'd probably have a damn stroke or a heart attack. every time the kid did something that I didn't know how to handle.
I would do it to like, you mean
You
like,
are so much better with kids than I am,
like
though.
the whole, like you have to like, they have to stay with you a whole week?
Without
Ooh.
their parents. Like, it's all on me. No. No.
I would do it for the money. Yeah.
But again, you're actually better with kids than I am.
For sure.
I'd just be like, holding the kid like...
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty easy to not let a kid die for a week. I would just like cancel most of my stuff. Like, I wouldn't go to work. Because like $5,000, like that's enough to...
Not work for a week?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but to me, it's purely based on stress level. Not anything else.
A week's worth of stress for a month's worth of pay. God, I'm really revealing a lot about my salary during this episode, and it's not good.
Look, do you know how stressed out I was watching your dog for a week when you went back home for your birthday?
Well, you can't put a diaper on a dog. That would have been a lot of different. Plus, babies can't walk. I assume it's a non-walking baby.
I don't know of any age. I mean, maybe if it was a teenager and it can like actually cook its own food, I'd maybe consider it.
It can light fires. Fuck that.
But like a kid that actually needs me for stuff, no.
Fires. Yeah, it can light fires in your kitchen because they're not paying attention. They're just on TikTok. That's crazy, dude.
No,
I mean, I remember like 10 years whenever I was in college. Whenever I was in college.
More than 10 years ago, I think.
Shut up. I remember seeing like an article, probably in a newspaper, kids, about...
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. What's that, Grandpa? Or Uncle? Great Uncle? Anyway, of like how much it was to raise a kid from birth to 18 years old. And at that time, it was like $250,000.
That seems, well, I guess 10 years ago that works, but that seems oddly low now.
Right. Like now you'd be like, oh, that's a steal for a child. Like, yeah, but I don't know. At the same time, back then you could get value out of kids. Like you could get them to work around your house and get them to do chores. And I
mean, if you're not, maybe you're not a good parent now, but shouldn't kids have chores now?
I don't think kids are doing chores anymore. I don't think they're helping with laundry or helping clean. Like,
that's some raggedy ass parents.
Yeah, we've established this. We know this about society now, that parenting is not in a good place, and we have to accept it.
That's true.
What was I saying?
The cost of raising a kid seems odd low at $250,000.
Right. So, but now the cost has gone up. Plus, you don't get they're not gonna like babysit for you, and even if they are, you don't trust them to like because they're distracted by everything. You know what I mean?
There's a lot more things to be distracted by. Yeah,
and they're just like inviting other kids over to have sex and stuff. Like, it's way easier to be delinquent now.
I mean, I feel like it's always easy to be delinquent because it's effort to be good at it.
Right, but they see so much of it that it's like become the norm. And so even parents are just like, whatever, it's just like what they do. See. And so like delinquency has just become normal. And it's a problem.
That's 100% the stress why I don't want to be a parent.
It's a problem, and $5,000 is not going to fix it, folks.
You need to tack on 3 more zeros for me to consider it.
That's right, at least 3 more zeros. $1 million.
$5 million, I'd punch out a kid.
$5 million, yeah, yeah.
Which I know sounds really shitty. Like, what kind of parent would you be if I had to pay you 5?
The fact that you call it punching it out is your first flag.
A lot of people say punching out a kid.
Yeah, punched out a kid. Maybe a man. Yeah, my wife punched out 2 kids and...
Punching out sounds violent. Childbirth is violent to the woman's body. That's an accurate descriptor.
Dude, when you know, like the age-old myth of the like stripper or whatever that shoots ping pong balls out of her vagina.
Is that a common myth?
Never mind.
Okay, finish your thought. Age-old myth.
That to me is punching it out, where it's like a t-shirt.
So
gun.
It implies a level of speed. You know, for
t-shirt guns.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah, like that's a punch.
I think of punching out like violent, painful, moving from one place to another. which
If
is
anything,
childbirth.
should they squoze it out?
I mean, that's probably best case scenario. If it just slides on out, I mean, what if it's turned a weird way? What if it's got a big ass head? What if it's sideways? What if it's wrapped around the like that kid getting punched out?
What if it derives from like the doctors literally used to like when they would go into labor would just like and then it would create the punching
Like punch the woman in the gut?
and then they
God.
and then they catch
that
it.
sounds violent as
and
hell.
the nurse catches it across the room.
I thought you were gonna say like the whole like I don't know if they still do that. Do they still like slap a baby when it's born to get it to start breathing?
I would imagine so.
So maybe
they have
that's-
to do something.
Maybe what if it's just like what if it's just like some gentle like poom, poom now instead of like a pat like I don't know. Like them old
I don't know.
50s movies make it sound like it's a pat.
It's a good question, actually. It's a really
I don't
good
know.
question.
I'm curious like what the protocol is now for starting the breathing. We should ask
I
our
don't know.
sister.
Yeah, that's a good question. What if they just dunk it in water? Just cold water. That'll wake you up.
That's what a violent way to begin life.
Rather than slapping them across the ass.
Would I rather get smacked in the ass or be dunked in ice cold water? I'll take an ass smack for 5,000, please, Alex.
You ain't gonna remember it no how.
I don't care. So, I don't know.
I don't know either, but so $5 million is what we're gonna need.
least.
And let's face it, Trump administration can afford it. So
Well, I mean-
hand it over. If you want those African babies,
African. I don't think he wants African.
that's true.
I think he wants white.
Well, it's part white.
Somehow I don't think Trump wants that. I think
We'll
he
just
wants.
have to gamble that
He
it's
doesn't
gonna
even
look
want
more
white.
like me.
He wants white. Like you got to put the air on the front.
Yeah.
So
Whatever. Yeah. Maybe I should get a vasectomy.
Are you sure you want a vasectomy?
No. We've talked about it once. But it's like I've never had a problem with like it being close. I was like, let's just and like I know I don't want one, so I was like, let's get it done.
I mean, that needs to be a solely your choice on that one.
Yeah.
Because I don't want any what's the resentment later, like, oh, I did this for you and now no, it needs to be solely because you want it.
I feel like by the time I would be like, all right, I'm ready for it, it would be like, well, we couldn't physically have a kid right now anyway. So, like, by the time mentally I'm like, I think I'm ready to not fuck anymore.
If you're talking like that, then yeah, you're gonna be too old.
I think I'm ready to hang up the old nutsack on the wall. Just, you know how they just, like, hang up the cleats? Hang up my nuts. Because they're all saggy because I'm old. You get it? Yeah. I was going to say condoms at first, but I was like, this old man doesn't use condoms. You out of your fucking mind?
Oh my gosh.
But then again, if you had a vasectomy, you could bang all you want and you don't need condoms, right? That's the concept.
After a time, yeah, I don't remember what the window is, like 2 or 3 months or whatever after the procedure is like when you're certified, like not shooting live ones.
Do you get a chip? You're certified unbaby maker.
Yeah, I guess so.
Certified baby taker. Oh, I want to be a certified baby taker. That's the name of this episode. Can we write that down?
A certified baby taker.
Certified baby taker.
I can remember that. Also, I never understood.
Fucking, that's my dude. That's like, dude. Oh, that's so fucking metal, dude. That's like, that's my wrestling name. That's my band name.
Certified baby taker.
Yeah, certified baby taker. I'm coming for you. I'm certified baby taker.
That sounds violent. That sounds more violent than punching a baby out.
It does. It does. It sounds very violent. We are certified baby taker.
Might as well just be calling yourselves baby snatchers. He's gonna put that on a t-shirt. What?
Baby snatcher is just in the metal writing. Just Yeah.
Certified baby takers.
Certified baby takers.
Going back to the vasectomy, I never understood why you had to wait so long before you're certified to be
It's probably
non-shooting
probably
stuff.
a liability thing.
Well, I just, for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to use an analogy so it's not as squirm inciting. But like, say if you have a straw.
Yeah.
And, like, a straw. While a straw is sitting in your drink, obviously the level at which there's liquid in the glass, it occupies the straw, right? With me so far?
Okay.
So if the straw is like yay long, and then it's got liquid in it, and then you cut the straw at the source of the liquid, so it still has that liquid in the straw, you would think after one purging, you'd be good, right? So I don't understand why it takes so long. It's like, well, the tube isn't long enough to hold months worth of sperm.
All right. Well, are
you looking it up to see how long it takes?
We're gonna do a little
Okay.
lesson here.
Okay.
We have to figure it out because I can't get it done unless I know everything.
Okay.
So, vasectomy is a type of birth control that prevents the penis from releasing sperm in fluid called semen during sex.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I did not realize that sperm and semen were not technically interchangeable.
Really?
That's pretty. According to this statement,
you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Oh. Semen is like the
whole
fluid. The
fluid
sperm is the thing that actually
swims in. Yeah.
Wow.
I knew that. Okay.
So what I see is semen. I don't see the sperm. I see the semen.
Semen is the whole drink, and sperm are the ice cubes inside the drink.
I think the sperm is the flavor. Is what gives it the flavor. I don't even think.
No, I'm not. No.
Yeah. No, that's what we're going with.
Okay.
It's what gives the flavor. You don't see it, but it's what is the point. Anyway.
Okay.
During this minor surgery, a surgeon cuts and seals the tubes that carry sperm. Not semen, sperm.
It's the same tube.
But this is why I pointed this out. That carry the sperm, not the semen. So you still have semen. Remember I was asking you when we were talking about it the other day. I was like, do you still like ejaculate? And you're like, you do, but there's no sperm in it.
Yeah.
So you still have semen, but you don't have sperm within the semen. This is blowing my fucking mind right now. Because that's what this is saying. They cut the tubes that carry the sperm, so that you still have semen. But is it still semen if it doesn't have sperm in it?
Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Is it though? Local anesthetic? Oh hell no, dog.
Why is that?
You're awake during it?
Yeah, that's why I said it's considerably less invasive than.
I don't want anybody.
The women's. We have to be put under general to have our shit sealed up.
I would rather be put under general.
No.
Yes, put me the fuck out, dude. I don't want.
You're not gonna feel it.
I know, and that's what bothers me. It'll just be like, fucking. Like,
you're not gonna feel it.
But you'll feel the pressure, and you'll be able to tell that like you're awake.
Yeah.
And there'll just be somebody just looking at your.
I don't think you're sitting up. I think you're still laying down.
You're not be in stirrups for sure.
Really?
I would almost guarantee you, unless it's like a milking table where they have you face down and you know what a milking table is.
I can imagine.
And you're
okay.
You're just it's like a massage table, but instead of your face being through, it's your
whole package.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's a good question though.
So. But you were telling me that there's a different kind of.
I remember hearing about something that they inject some kind of gel into your ball sack or something. But like type in vasectomy gel or with gel and see what you come up with. Oh, gel vasectomy alternative. Wait, backspace, because it came up as one of the thing. Go back another. Backspace. Shit, go back another letter. Because it was one of the things that popped up. Oh no, it's not the only thing. But it said gel alternative, vasectomy gel alternative. Okay, here we go. Let's read that
Vasal
one.
gel?
No,
male
go do
contraceptive?
the one at the top. The one,
This
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
Wired.com. Do we trust Wired?
I mean, yeah.
Biotech company Contraline has safely implanted a sperm blocking hydrogel in 23 minutes designed to be a fully reversible vasectomy. Vasectomies are on the rise, but not all men are ready to commit to a permanent form of birth control. While the surgery can sometimes be reversed, it's expensive and doesn't always work. What if there was another option? Virginia-based biotech company Contraline is testing a new type of male contraceptive akin to vasectomy, but made to be fully reversible. Today, the company announced that surgeons in Australia have safely performed the procedure on 23 men in an early-stage trial. The approach uses a soft water-based substance called a hydrogel that's injected into the vas deferens, the pair of tubes in the male reproductive tract that transport mature sperm. Within 30 days of being inserted, the gel led to a more than 99% reduction in the number of moving sperm, according to the company. No serious side effects have been reported. So can you put that into layman terms?
So it just sounds like they put gel in your vas deferens to keep sperm from passing through. It doesn't. They don't cut the tube, which is what the traditional form of. They don't cut the vas deferens, which is the traditional form of vasectomy. They just block it up to keep things from passing, which seems like it would have side effects. Is this the sound of you clenching?
Using hand to put. It's just describing the Contraline's method involves making a small piercing in the scrotum and using a handheld injector to push the hydrogel through a catheter that's connected to the vas deferens. The catheter is then taken out and the puncture heals on its own. Wow!
Once injected, the hydrogel is meant to block sperm from getting into semen. Eisenfratz likens the gel to a coffee filter where sperm...
Dude, don't. That's...
or sperm are the coffee grounds. Sperm can't get through the filter, but semen, a liquid, can pass through.
So, okay. Men in the trial, ranged age 25 to 68, were placed into two groups and received different amounts of hydrogel, a lower volume and a higher one. Implanting the gel took about 20 minutes and was done under local anesthesia unless someone chose to be sedated instead.
No.
Me! Eisenfratz says sperm concentration and movement in the men are comparable to levels seen with a vasectomy. We're seeing that this is working. The purpose of the... longevity, not how well it prevents pregnancy. Participants were asked to use a backup form of birth control while being enrolled in the trial.
But then how will you ever know if it works?
I mean, you can probably just have them masturbate and see how much sperm is in their semen.
That's fair.
I don't know, man.
I thought it was
I don't like this idea, though.
I thought it was a... I didn't realize it was still in the trial phase because that article was written in 2024 and they just said it only tried it on 23 people. I thought it was a quote-unquote approved procedure. So I guess the traditional way is just cutting the vas deferens. Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of it being reversible, but I don't like the idea that it's just like blocking my sperm.
Yeah, just some like foreign stuff is just chilling in your nuts until whenever.
Like what happens to that dead sperm or like that blocked sperm? Like it just hits the wall and it's just like, and then they just fucking.
I mean, what happens to it with the traditional? It's still cut off. You know, in the straw analogy, they have removed. Either they sever the tube or they've removed a section of it and then knot it or solder it so those two sides can't connect.
That's a good point. Like, what happens to it?
I don't know.
Do your nuts just stop producing sperm?
I don't know. Does it like harden and back up?
Yeah, do they get blue still? Do you have to like express your nuts? Like a dog expresses their anal glands?
I was thinking more akin to like when you have like an abscess and you need it drained or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially like that. I mean, yeah. If you think about it, nuts are just jizz glands. And they're just baby maker glands. But like, yeah, like if any other gland like that, if you like stop it from like tear duct. Mm-hmm. If you stop the
something that's meant to secrete something,
it's going to create like an abscess or something, like it's going to be an issue. So I find that interesting that they can just like cut that, and then the body's just like,
there's no traffic jam,
no problem. Yeah, there's no traffic jam. Exactly. Exactly. Like I don't understand how that works. I mean, the
same could be said for like a woman having her tubes tied. Like
what happens to the eggs?
Yeah, the eggs still get
just like you know how
expelled
fish,
from your ovaries, and if it comes down the fallopian tubes and it hits a dead end, what happens?
It's like an Inside Out where they put all the ideas they don't want. It's in that big, you know what I'm talking about?
That big old pile, yeah.
Or like how fish lay eggs. You know, it's just like 100 million of them at once.
Does your body does it just dry up and just wither away and just absorb some kind of way? I don't know. It's a good question.
That's what trips me out. It's like, what happens to it? I'm just gonna get filled with cum, and it's just gonna, my dick is just gonna explode, and instead of blood, it's just gonna be jizz everywhere. It's like, somebody they didn't flick off the
stop with the motions. No,
they didn't flick off the sperm activator. You know. Like somebody left the cum factory on overnight, and it blew up. The cochlear reactor is somebody left the uranium. I'll still use that because that seems dirty. And the cochlear reactor blew up.
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. Probably not vasectomies. I don't know. It's like, how much? This is probably too much for this podcast.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling I know where you're going to go. Don't do it.
All right. Fair enough. You're right. You're right. Moving on, I guess. Still kid related, I guess, in the terms of like not wanting to have a kid. Mm-hmm. Do you any kind of follow the like Deion Sanders and his kid thing that's going on right now?
No, fill me in. Only thing I know about Deion Sanders is he was a football player and he's missing some toes. I know. That's all I know.
Okay.
And he's a coach for somebody now.
He is the coach of the University of Colorado Buffaloes.
Okay.
And his son played for him there. They were at some smaller school, and then Deion got the job there, and then the kid moved over. It's very nepotistic.
Okay.
And
we're just really conjugating nepotism today.
Oh yeah, baby, we are on it. He's a decent quarterback, and his son is a decent quarterback, and he had a really good wide receiver playing with him, but his stats weren't that great. His record wasn't that. It's not like he won a national championship.
Okay.
The University of Colorado, or I think it's Colorado University, technically CU. Sorry. Retired his number.
The son?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very obvious that the dad is like, Deion is like the one pushing for all this stuff, like for sure.
To retire his number and all that.
Yeah, or at least like being the one to be like, I want this done, you know, and they're gonna listen to him because he's Deion fucking Sanders.
Right.
So he entered the NFL draft, which was this past weekend, whatever. Mm-hmm. Started on Thursday and went through the weekend. And there was a time where he was projected to go pretty high in the draft. Mm-hmm. But he didn't get drafted on the first day, and like the first round, or even the first two rounds.
Okay.
And I'm surprised you haven't heard about this, because like Trump tweeted about it.
Because I follow Trump.
But you know, it's just like one of those things. So this is an article about like the reasons he's not getting drafted.
I'm sorry. Can we pull the car over? How do you pronounce his first name?
I don't know. Shadua? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
Shittier. Oh, I hope it's not shitty. I hope it's not shittier because he got called shittier.
For sure.
Shittier.
Oh, I don't know. I wonder if we can play that. It's long, but
I don't want to get us in trouble.
it's fair. So this is kind of a list of reasons. This is written by Athlon Sports. I don't know anything about them, but I read through this before, and it seems to be kind of what I agree with most of what they say.
Okay.
The first thing that they talk about is the perception of nepotism. It's like, how much did he do on his own and how much are like his abilities. So, and of course, it says here the narrative raises questions about his performance, his authenticity, and whether he can replicate his success in an NFL environment without the familial support system. Totally valid. There's questions about his work ethic and his attitude. Of course, when you're like the son of Deion Sanders, like you have money and you have fame, like for no reason. So you're probably gonna have a bad attitude, and then his dad is hyping him up all the goddamn time. He's not a bad player. He's tall, 6'1". But it says lacking elite arm strength. Some scouts compare him to backup quarterbacks. Off-field interest. So this is the more the big thing: off-field interest and distractions. So kind of what they touch on here is like Deion he knows people, and he pulls weight.
Okay.
And so anybody that drafts his son is going to bring all that with them. And so if
all that fandom and all that
all that hate. So if his son isn't playing and like the quarterback above him like has a bad game, they're going to probably get Deion himself on the phone. And then head coaches, they probably don't want they don't want to have to deal with Deion Sanders. They don't want him to be like coming in and telling them how to coach their team, who they should be playing, what they should be doing. On top of that, they might be worried about losing their job to him, because he could go above them and be like, I know how to run this team. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And then just talk himself into the position, kind of like he did at Colorado, probably. Fair. Like, because he's Deion Sanders, and like he earned that. I'm not saying he didn't, but he shouldn't. It seems it's very nepotistic, and it's pretty gross how far he's taking it.
Well, not knowing a lot about football or how the son plays, my first question would be, is the son shitty? Is he capable? If not for his connection to Deion Sanders, would he likely have gotten this far?
I mean, it's hard to say.
I mean, maybe not first draft pick, but would he have made it there regardless?
I don't know.
So it's not overwhelmingly obvious.
I mean, you got to think like Colorado is not one of the best. It's not like one of the top schools in the nation for football. Okay. It's not like it's not like Alabama, Auburn.
See, I wouldn't know that. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's not like one of the historical powerhouses where it's like they're regularly producing great football players.
Yeah.
And they're also not necessarily playing like the top ranked teams every year.
Okay. So
even his stats weren't that good, and they weren't playing the best teams all year.
Okay.
And so when they would play the good teams, if I remember right, I might get this wrong, forgive me if I'm not, but they would get their asses kicked.
Okay.
So it's like, or like, you know, he wouldn't put up the offense that like he should, and he's not like a player that can go change a game by himself.
Okay.
And if you're going to carry all this baggage with you, like having Deion as your father, you have to make it worth it for the team that's going to draft you. So and I think that's where most teams are coming from, is they're like, this isn't worth it. Like, there are other quarterbacks out there that would fit our team chemistry better, and we don't have to deal with this hot shot bullshit, like,
That's fair.
media stuff, like him flashing money and guns and on Instagram or whatever the case is. Like, this shit happens in sports all the time. So,
I mean, again, I'm not coming from it from anything knowledgeable in sports, but I am going to flex a little bit of the race card in saying that now that I've heard about this, and then I've heard of stuff with LeBron James' son, and it's like, black people in entertainment or sports, like, we rarely have the opportunity to actually be able to flex a nepotistic muscle. Everybody else has been doing it for a while. Shit, let the kids coast in. Give him a, if he's at least competent, I don't care. Unless he's shitty, it's like, ooh, well.
he did get drafted.
Okay.
He got drafted by the Browns, like, in, like, the third round or something. And I'm not saying to not use your nepotism, but Deion was, like, being like, oh, he's going to be a top 5 pick. And it's like, all right, don't hype him up when he's not what he is. So don't overdo it. I guess that's my ultimate complaint is, like, you shouldn't use nepotism when it's not. I don't know. Is it it's not really nepotism if it's like, no, they can do the thing that I'm saying they can do. But if you're trying to, like, get them to do into something that they are not capable of doing, like.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if the textbook definition of nepotism implies that the person is actually competent or not. It's just the whole, like, you got an advantage or a privilege because you're related to somebody who's in the thing.
Well, then that's definitely the case.
But,
I mean, not that that's bad.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
But a part of me also thinks that with this in particular, it's like, okay, well, because he's Deion Sanders' son, he had access to the best of the best and got to be on the inside track. He probably got to meet coaches or whatever. When Deion, I assume that. So it's like, well, he does have a leg up just on that alone. And then if he's actually playing, being coached by his dad, I'm sure his dad was pretty hard on him. Like, hey, get in there and do that. When I was doing it, and then I don't know. Again, I tend to give black people the benefit of the doubt because we don't usually get the benefit from nepotism.
That's fair. I mean, yeah. And it's like, again, if he, like, just, like, hey, he coached him and through, I don't think he coached him in high school. He might have coached him in his high school. I don't know. But he definitely coached him, like, the first year in college, and then they both transferred, like, to Colorado. And, fuck, what was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. I just don't know that he would have gotten
drafted.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to say, man.
Well, and also on the flip side of that, I have to wonder because of who Deion Sanders is, and he has a legacy of his own performance and a storied history of greatness or whatever on his own merit. I would have a hard time believing that he would promote / hype up a sucky or mediocre son because he doesn't want that to reflect badly on him either, on his own legacy. Like, he don't want people being like, oh, the great Deion Sanders is hyping up this dude that can't even catch a ball. Like,
to an extent, that's what's happening.
Is it?
He's not. I mean, he could be good, but his stats in the college is not, again, he's not like he's like the best quarterback in the country,
right,
like statistically speaking. So it's like, if you don't have the stats to back it up, you should probably just shut up a little bit. Like,
that's fair.
Be humble, get him the best pick that you can, but get him in a good organization, help him out, like, but don't be, I don't know, like, it's too, like, egotistical. It's coming too much from, like,
that is the
like,
nature
he's
of
like,
nepotism.
it's like he's like reliving his, even though he was one of the most successful football players, he's like going through it again for himself, like, through his kid.
Vicariously, yeah.
And it's like, dog, you already did this. It's like, let him go through it, man. Like,
That's
I don't
true.
know, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. I want to like Deion Sanders, but I don't know.
I guarantee you what I mean. I don't know what team he got drafted to, but I guarantee in that first season, I mean, he'll have to prove himself one way or another. Deion Sanders can't play the football game for him.
He probably won't play
At all.
Not likely.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like if they're winning or losing by a lot, he's going to Cleveland. So
Cleveland who?
Take a guess.
I was gonna say Browns, but
there you go. You got it.
Okay,
you nailed it.
Okay.
I
was thrown off by the fact
Browns.
that apparently, I remember watching Living Single, that the Cleveland Browns became the Baltimore Ravens, and yeah, I remember I was asking, I was like, but they're back, but the Baltimore Ravens still exist. So okay, so anyway,
yeah. So those are kind of like what analysts are saying, or like people that
follow this stuff. Yeah.
And then there's what Stephen A. Smith is saying.
Oh boy, Stephen A. Smith, didn't he almost get?
He almost got rung up by LeBron. James.
Hasn't he learned about talking about folks' kids yet? Does he learn his lesson?
However, in this, he's actually taking the celebrity son's side.
He waxed.
He learned his lesson.
He swung way to the other side. Okay, he's like, I'm not having somebody get up in my face no more.
Yeah, it says Stephen A. Smith has an uncomfortable theory regarding Deion Sanders' stunning NFL. We should really figure out how it's pronounced. You know it's something black. Hey, Shedier. That can't be it. I think he goes by Shiloh.
Wait, how does he go from a black name to the whitest name ever? Shiloh?
Shadur is white is black to you?
Well, depending on how it's pronounced.
It's black French.
Yeah, it's French. But I hope does he really go by Shiloh?
I think so.
Oh God. I'd rather have people hack up my real name, than go by Shiloh.
So Stephen A. Smith has an uncomfortable theory regarding Sanders' stunning NFL draft freefall.
I'm gonna say it every time you get
the star Colorado quarterback and son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders was not selected through the first 3 rounds. Oh, sorry, he didn't go in the 3rd round of the 2025 NFL draft after once being a consideration for the number 1 overall pick. Smith thinks he knows why. The ESPN star posted to X on Friday night that someone texted him a message he believed was absolutely correct. What? So that someone texted him a message? Okay. This is a bad look for the NFL. This feels like Colin Kaepernick level collusion, Smith wrote with regard to the message. What? He then went off on how damaging even the talk of collusion is for the NFL. All the hard work the NFL league office puts in to eradicate these kinds of perceptions, only to turn around and watch as the owners look like they're colluding, messing up everything, Smith wrote. What has been done to will outshine everything else in this draft. We'll never believe this is about just talent evaluation again. He wasn't done. Smith posted another rebuke of what he believes is being done to Sanders by the owners as the 2nd and 3rd rounds concluded with him being undrafted. This is a damn disgrace, Smith wrote. How in the hell is not off the board, not drafted yet? Y'all still think this doesn't have anything to do with teams hating on Deion Sanders? This kid is a 1st rounder. In a different way, this is Kaepernick all over again, being kept out. A damn disgrace. I don't care what anyone says. I don't think this is a fair analogy to make.
And also for me, just given Stephen A. Smith's chronic foot and mouth syndrome, the fact that he's saying this now makes me believe that the kid might actually not be good now.
This is a damn disgrace. It's like
he's almost protesting too loudly.
Yeah, and like once like Trump starts to say shit, and it's just like, what do you know?
I forgot. What did Trump say?
Do you want me to look that up too? We can probably find that.
Trump ain't got shit else more important to do than to comment on draft picks. Oh God, I hate looking at his face. Just scroll down. Thanks.
Where's the stupid tweet? Come on, really?
Well, they probably quote it.
There we go. What is wrong with NFL owners? Are they stupid? Deion Sanders was a great college football player and was even greater in the NFL. He's also a very good coach, streetwise and smart. Therefore,
Should you?
his quarterback son has phenomenal genes and is all set for greatness. He should be picked immediately by a team that wants to win. Good luck.
Should you?
And say hello to your wonderful father for me.
Oh God.
If
I was Shojier, I'd just be like,
God damn
don't
it.
endorse me.
Don't
like,
endorse me, you fucking orange
now you
bitch.
ruined my chances.
Dude, that sucks. It's just here's where he goes wrong in his statement. Right there.
Phenomenal genes.
To say phenomenal, dude, you can't say that. And to capitalize greatness is like it's cringe, man. It's cringe. Phenomenal genes. You know these blacks have phenomenal genes. They're just amazing.
They're built just to be players or to be sports people. They're not very smart,
Yeah.
but they're really oxes on the
He
field.
is set for greatness, athletic greatness with a capital G. So I put that in my tweet.
God.
Yeah, it's just so. And it's like it's like it's not like they're standing up for anything like political or social.
Right.
There's
That's
no
why I'm like,
social,
why was he even
issue.
commenting on that?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, not at all.
Damn just crazy. I don't care what anyone says. Smith, back to Stephen A. Smith, comparing the situation to the alleged collusion between NFL owners not to sign Kaepernick, who led the 49ers to the Super Bowl, blah, 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 blah. He has not played. I just don't see this as being the same thing.
I mean,
it kind of is because they don't want to do. It's not bad press though with Sanders. It's like, and I mean, not that Kaepernick was bad press. They just didn't want to deal with it. Like they don't want to deal with Deion Sanders, the press just around like a third string quarterback or second string quarterback, and now they have pressure to play this person that probably isn't their best choice to play. Like there's just a bunch of other factors that they just don't want to deal with.
Even if they just look at it from like the monetary benefit, because it's Deion Sanders' son, they gonna get more eyeballs on their game. People are probably more inclined to buy tickets. Like, ride that wave out. And hope the kid is actually halfway decent.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Like, why make all this hullabaloo over it? Cash it out at the ticket booth, at the ticket sales and the views online, and shut the hell up.
What Deion should be doing is pushing exactly that. Is pushing that. Like, you get our name and our image. And like what he needs to be doing is being like, we'll support the organization that drafts him, not my son's the best, he's gonna lead your team to victory. It's like, because those are promises that you can't guarantee.
Right.
You can guarantee income from your name for sure. Merch sales of jerseys and everything, like you can guarantee that. You cannot guarantee to win with your child alone. You just can't do it.
Also, can you imagine how much more pressure Shoji feels in the midst of this? Like, but I just got here and now my daddy's done riled up stuff and the dumbass president commented.
I think he's been riled up for his whole life and he's been inundated with this kind of thinking that is just like normal for him. And he's like, yeah, this is what I deserve. Yeah. Like, this is what I've been told to expect my whole life.
I guess.
So
that's still, I mean, just because he's been prepared for it doesn't mean it's still not pressure.
Yeah, I mean, look, even ESPN draft guru Mel Kiper, who's been around for decades, had Sanders ranked as a number one QB, but others saw flaw in his games, including a lack of ability to make plays with his legs and holding onto the ball too long, leading to sacks when a play breaks down. So, yeah. Apparently his team interviews, like pre-draft interviews, weren't very good. Yeah, I don't know.
I really want to know how you pronounce. Let me see. You think if I ask Siri, she'll know, or he'll know?
Ask what's the name of Deion Sanders' son?
What's the name of Deion Sanders' son? He just shows it on the screen. He's like, you ain't gonna catch me up and maybe is my phone on
Say it out loud.
What's the name of Deion Sanders' son? He's not saying it.
He refuses.
He's like, I will show it to you on the screen. You do your best.
Yeah, we'll figure it out and report back.
Wait, what if I put my phone down and then it picks up? Hey Siri, what's the name of Deion Sanders' son?
I found some web results. I can show them if you access it from your iPhone.
That's code for nope.
That's code
You
for
can
that's
read
code
it.
for I'm not coded for that.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know. I'll show you how to spell it.
Anything else?
No, not that I can think of. Well, sometimes I really hate Instagram's algorithm though, because we've gotten posts or we've taken posts relationship related to talk about, and it's like I feel like so much of my feed is that now. It's like
You're getting sick of it?
Yeah.
It's gross.
Well, and it seemed like it's coming from multiple sources, but they're commenting on the same thing, like the same study, and it's like, okay, come on now.
What I hate is when I get like the cute couple stuff.
Like,
It's like, I don't know, look at us like walking down this autumn street together. It's like, oh
gosh.
gross.
like remember that a couple episodes back we talked about oh wait, maybe we didn't talk about it. It was something
You
like
doing a podcast with someone else?
no.
Oh.
It was something like, I think we were going to talk about it, but we ended up talking about a different one. It was something like, studies show that couples who cuddle have a healthy, some healthier relationship or something like that. And I remember one Instagram posted it, and then I just scrolled by. I didn't even like it or like interact with it. And then I saw within 24 hours, 2 other different accounts posting the same thing. And I'm just like, oh my God.
I think that's not an algorithm thing. That is how those accounts operate.
How do you mean?
They see it and then they just take it and they repost it.
But these are not even accounts that I follow.
I know, but it gets traction still.
Oh gosh.
And since I guess it is kind of algorithm because you're just getting the relationship thing. So it's like the same thing that's just like done in a different format. And
I
so
guess.
it's like it's a different post, but it's in the same stream of the algorithm. So
Well, I mean, I don't even necessarily fault seeing a post about a topic. It's just like I don't need to see 5 posts about the same topic from 5 different accounts, none of which I follow. That's what's annoying me the most. So
I think it's just they want us to have a baby for $5,000.
good luck. You better tack on some more zeros, Instagram algorithm, if you want me to think about that.
Yeah, well, last I saw it went down. So
Oh well,
I don't think they're going to offer us much.
no.
They should. It should be like combine your IQs and then multiply it by 20 or something like that. Like that's how much money you get. It's like go take this IQ test and then
Isn't that slightly eugenical?
yeah,
Eugenics?
well,
I mean, I've always kind of wished that smart people would have more kids and the dumb ones wouldn't, but can't control that. But
we need people in the factories though.
But it seems
that's
like-
the thing. Nobody's working. Even if you have kids, like those kids aren't like 16 to 20 year olds. I feel like they're just not working.
no.
Like they're not working like shitty jobs like we used to.
Sad to say that when I go on the few times I go through a fast food drive-through, it is not teenagers working them windows.
Yeah, it's like older people. It's really sad, actually.
It is. It's very sad. But the
Well-
few times I see like young people in the workforce, it's usually like a cashier kind of situation. They're the ones that can't count back change or calculate change. So.
Well, they don't have to. The machine spits it out now.
God.
I had one of the. Where was I? I think it was at like Starbucks or something. I paid in cash, and the thing spat out the coins. Like the.
Oh, they don't even have to
no, they
count
just
it
have
out.
to do
Gosh,
the
no wonder
bills.
kids are dumb now. They don't even have to
Yeah.
work for it.
Yep. And then we're gonna get Monopoly with credit cards, and yeah. Man, on that note, that's the end of the podcast. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, smash that subscribe button, share with your friends, follow us on Instagram at Willie_D20 and
Eb_Nick.
follow or listen to my other podcast, The BuddyCast. All my stand-up dates are on my Instagram, so go there, check my stories and all that. BS. I think that's it.
All right. And if you guys have any topics or clips or questions you want us to talk about, email us at thickthinpod@gmail.com. All right. Until next time. Bye.
Brr.